Sweet Daddy Siki. Wow, unbelievable. How you doing, Sweet Daddy? And I'm looking out there and I see Ricky Johnson. Ricky, we got to do some more karaoke together. A few people haven't seen us perform together, by the way. Go to YouTube and put in Bill Apter and Ricky Johnson sing. There's Rocky Johnson. How you doing, Rocky? There's Rachel Devois. Oh, you still look as good as you did when those guys used to send me pictures back in the late 70s to the magazines. And oh my God, it's Willie Farkas, the Wolfman. Keep him back, keep him back. Back in 1970, Fred Blassie had him attack me just to get his picture in the magazine. Bit a hole in my forehead. People want to know about why I have a comb over these days. My hair never grew because of that bite from the Wolfman on the forehead. But that's not why we're here. We're here to discuss the incredible Sweet Daddy Siki. When I was a fan, Sunnyside Garden, New York, I used to hang outside and wait for autographs, and the promoter, whether it was Manny Hecklin back then or Irish Mike Rosenberg, they would always try and hustle the guys into the arena and, tell the fans later. But Siki always stopped and signed autographs. And inside the arena, inside the ring, Sweet Daddy Siki was, he was just, irresistible to watch. He really was. He had this fine body on him. Really, he took really good care. You could see that he worked out in the gym a lot. He had this natural charisma about him, and he still does, actually. And my favorite part of what he did in the ring was that shuffle into the flying drop kick. What an incredible flying drop kick. I used to stand up on my bed and take my pillow and throw it up in the air and try and shuffle and drop kick, and I could never get the timing right. I don't know how he did it. But Sweet Daddy Siki was an incredible professional wrestler. And I am so glad to be able to be here live on videotape and say, Sweet Daddy Siki, you were one of my inspirations in the pro wrestling business when I was growing up, to make me stay focused and want to be in it 45 years now. And I still think of all the great matches I saw with you at Sunnyside and Madison Square Garden against Buddy Rogers, and teaming with Bearcat Wright against Buddy Rogers and Johnny Valentine. Those were the good old days, and we still remember it. Sweet Daddy Siki, you're the best, the greatest of all time.
Well, I thought the day I met you, you were meek as a lamb, just the kind that fit my dreams and plans. Now the place we're living takes the wind from myself, and it looks like I've got a tiger by the tail. I've got a tiger by the tail, it's plain to say. I won't be much when you get through with me. Well, I'm losing weight and turning to my tail. It looks like I've got a tiger by the tail. You drag me while the bright lights are bound. There ain't no way of slowing you down. I'm as mighty helpless as a leaf in a gale, and it looks like I've got a tiger by the tail. I've got a tiger by the tail, it's plain to say. I won't be much when you get through with me. Well, I'm losing weight and I'm turning to my tail. It looks like I've got a tiger by the tail. It looks like I've got a tiger by the tail. Well, come on, you old big tiger cat, you. Let me see what you got. I don't believe that you're a tiger cat. I believe you're just a little pussy cat. Let me hear you growl. I hear people talking bad about the way they have to live here in this country. Our harping on the wars we fight and griping about the way things ought to be. I don't mind them quitting sides and standing up for things that they believe in. When they're running down our countrymen, they're walking on the fighting side of me. They're walking on the fighting side of me. Running down our way of life, our fighting men have fought and died to keep. If you don't love it, leave it. Let this song that I'm singing be a warning. When you're running down our country horse, you're walking on the fighting side of me. I read about some squirrely guy who claimed that he just don't believe in fighting. And I wonder just how long the rest of us can count on being brave. They love our milk and honey, but they preach about some other ways of living. When they're running down our country, man, they're walking on the fighting side of me. They're walking on the fighting side of me. Running down our way of life, our fighting men have fought and died to keep. If you don't love it, leave it. Let this song that I'm singing be a warning. When you're running down our country, man, you're walking on the fighting side of me. You're walking on the fighting side of me. Running down our way of life, our fighting men have fought and died to keep. If you don't love it, leave it. Let this song that I'm singing be a warning. When you're running down our country horse, you're walking on the fighting side of me. When you're running down our country horse, you're walking on the fighting side of me.